Hello, everyone. We are still getting a lot of questions about how to do NOVAtime. Even though we shared the instructions multiple times with everyone, but we decided to make this video to show you how to demonstrate how to punch in, punch out, and how to account for your work hours in NOVAtime. So let's start first with what's NOVAtime. NOVAtime is a punch in, punch out timekeeping system used by FSI to account for your regular work hours on a daily basis. And you need to submit it at the end of the pay period. And your section supervisor will approve that and monitor your hours. Um, you are still required to use your company's timekeeping system. So when I say company timekeeping system, that means either Uninet if you are working directly with ICLS, or Deltec if you are a subcontractor. Your work hours in the two timekeeping systems must match. So your hours in NOVAtime must match your hours in the company's timekeeping system. Now, I'm going to share my screen and show you how NOVAtime works. We shared the link for NOVAtime. You all have it. And to log into your account, you need to have your user, your employee ID number, and your password. So once you put that, your employee ID in here and your password, please do not punch or punch out from here because you need to edit your time card. So the only way to do it is to click Employee Web Services. This would allow you to get into your account and see everything clearly. So click Employee Web Services, and it will take you into your account. If you can't log in into your account, that means you have login issues. Please contact Nate, who is the admin person, and he will help you out. As you can see here, you will see here on top the dates of the pay period we are currently in. So this is the current pay period now, October 16th to October 31st. At the last day of this pay period, you will have to click submit. And if you click submit by mistake during the pay period, you will need to contact also the admin person, Nate, to unlock the time card for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to edit your time card as you are supposed to. Now, how to use this? We will need, as you can see here, the punch. You have to click punch every day when you are about to start work or any work session. So when you click punch, the system should record on one of these empty lines today's date and the time you punched in. And when you are done with work, you would punch again. It will punch you out, and the system will calculate automatically how many hours you were working during this time. So let's try that. Let's assume I'm a distance learning mentor, that I have to work 2 sessions today. So one session is from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. How would I do that? I have to go to punch, click that once, and it should show under in. All right, here we can see it. It shows under the date, today's date, and it showed that I punched in at 2:37 p.m. So when I finish work, I need to punch again to make sure that it accounts for my time. This still shows 0 because I haven't punched out yet. When I punch out, it will show the time. So just to explain how this works, so when I punch in, I'm going to edit this time because we are now using an example that I am working from 7 a.m. today to 9 a.m. If I if I do the time manually like that, I need to save it. But if I click save now, the system will not take it. It gives me an error message, as you can see here. It said this cannot be saved because you left the notes empty. Because I edited the time manually, I adjusted my time, I need to leave notes. So on the same line, I go all the way to the left and until I see the pencil sign. Click that pencil sign and a notes box, text box pops up. This is where you have to say why you edited your time and describe your work deliverables for the day. So what did you do during this time block? Emailing students, preparation time, instruction time, all the description that your section supervisor asked you to do. So you put the information in here. So let's say 15 minutes prep. That's just an example. 15 minutes emailing students. The remainder of time for instruction. And click OK. Once you did that, if you leave it like that, it's not saved yet. So you need to click Save and refresh, because you saved it, but it's still showing 0 hours. You need to refresh, or you can click Save one more time. It would refresh it automatically. Now the system shows that I worked from 7 to 9 a.m. and that's for 2 hours. Now I take a break and I come back for another session that I have from, let's say, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So I have to punch in again. So as soon as I punch, it will create another line, as you can see here, and this is my punch-in time. So just again, because this is an example, I'm not going to leave it 2:40. I'm going to click in it to edit, click in that cell to edit the time in. So let's say from 1:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Again, if I click save, the system will not take it. Why is that? Because I need to leave a note. So you have to go on the same line all the way here to the pencil sign, click it, add your notes as you are supposed to by talking about your deliverables. Click OK, click save. Well, so let's do it again. Something went wrong. So 1:30 p.m. and then to, let's say, 3:30 p.m. and go to the notes, make sure the note is there, click save. And one more time, click save just to make sure that the system took it. And it shows that I worked 2 hours. So these are 2 sessions for the same day. 10:21, 10:21. This is from 7 to 9. And I left here my notes. And this is from 1:30 to 3:30. I left my notes. So what's my total? And I'm not working anymore today. So what's the total number of hours that I worked today? Is 4 hours. How did I know the 4 hours? Under daily hours. So regular shows the total number of hours for that specific assignment. But the daily hours calculate for the 21st. It shows here 2. And then 2 also again for the 21st, then it gives me at the last line for today, the total number of hours for that I worked today, 4 hours. And that's what I need to put in my company's time card just to match the work hours. So we need to pay attention also to, I'm going to delete these lines. We need to pay attention to the total number of hours. And here is how. Let me say first. If I work more than 5.75 hours continuously, no sessions, no breaks in between, the system will deduct 45 minutes automatically, which we need to add manually. So let's say today I punched in at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I am going just to edit this time to show you how we need to adjust the time. And I worked to 3 p.m. and that's continuously. There were no breaks or interruptions. And I have to leave a comment here, say, forgot to punch in out on time. And then you describe the work during this time. Okay, save. And refresh or click save again. Okay, now you can see what I'm talking about here. From 7 to 3, it should be 8 hours. But the system here showed 7:25. Why is that? Because after 5.75 hours continuous, the system deducts 45 minutes. So I should do the math manually. So each one of us, when after you punch in, you punch out, make sure that you see the total number of hours accurately in here. If you see any problem with that, this is 7:25, so 45 minutes were deducted. So I need to add the 45 minutes. How would I add the 45 minutes? It's easy to go under the timeout, click in that cell, and just add 45 minutes to make it 8. So that would be 3:45 p.m. and click save again. And we will need to refresh because it's still not refreshed by clicking save one more time. And now you can see 8 hours. So from 7 to 3:45, I worked for 8 hours and I left the note in here. All right. My last comment about that. In case if you missed one day for any reason, like let's say I don't see the 20th in here, even though I worked. But let's say the system was down, NOVAtime was down, but I know exactly how many hours I worked yesterday. How would I add a day that's in the past? Easy. You will go on a separate line, like blank line, under pay code, all the way to the right. So you click on that blank cell, click in it, you will see a drop-down menu. Click it, there is only one option there, says work hours. Select that, go on the same line, under date, click that cell, and select the right date you are looking for. Please pay attention to the date. Select the correct date. So I'm selecting the date that I missed, which is the 20th. Now I need to account for my hours. So I click under in. What time did I work in yesterday? I worked from 6:45 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And I'm going to leave a note to describe my work assignments, what I did, and what have you. And after I leave my comment, I click OK, click Save. And here it is. You see October the 20th, and it went up one line just to be in order automatically. I didn't do anything. And now you can see the days here, 16th, and then the weekend is not there. I'm not working in the weekend. There is the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. And and of course you need always to refresh, because when you refresh, it will show the total number of worked hours under reg, which means regular work. These hours under regular or daily hours is what you have to put in your timekeeping system for the company, which is Uninet or Deltek. And of course, after each pay period, you will need to submit your time card by clicking submit. I hope this helps. Please review this video before you come back with any questions, because I think we covered all the different scenarios. Just make sure to calculate the hours, do the math before. Do not rely on the system to do the math for you, because sometimes it takes away a few minutes or the 45 minutes if you work continuously for 6 hours. Also, we got one question about somebody who's punching in, punching out within 7 minutes. That creates issues in the system. So always try to maintain your time as blocks. So 2 hours, and probably you would take 35 minutes or 45 minutes or 30 minutes break, or 1 hour, 2 hours, that's fine. But do not be punching in and punching out every 10 minutes. It doesn't work that way. If you have a work assignment, you should be preparing, then communicating with the students, and then your contact time or instructions right back to back. So that should be what? 2 hours, 3 hours back to back. So you punch in before you start, you punch out after you finish, and save your work, describe your deliverables, and done deal. And then when you come back to work another session, open your account again, punch in. When you finish, punch out, put in the notes your work deliverables, description of that, and then save it, log out. And at the end of the day, see how many hours you worked for the day under daily hours, and put it in your company's time card to match. And that's all. Thank you. Please let us know if you have any other questions. Have a good day.